So before we went into the actual how do you solve equations using inverse operations, I shared a story about the father of algebra. This was to capture interest and to let kids know where the word algebra comes from and where this whole concept of balancing equations comes from. So once upon a time, and I did ask if any of the students spoke Arabic so that they could correct me if I said his name wrong, but no one did, so we agreed that I was saying it right. There once lived an Islamic scholar named Muhammad ibn Musa al-Khwarizmi, and he worked in the House of Wisdom in the 800s in Baghdad. I asked the students, where was Baghdad? And given the Iraq War, I was very surprised that really none of them knew where Baghdad was until I said, it's in Iraq, you know, and they were like, oh. So it was interesting to them that this man lived there and was such a great mathematician, and I explained that he wrote many books on not just math, but astronomy and geography, but that the book we were interested in was this book that he wrote entitled Kitab al-Jabar wal Muqabala, which they love that word, Muqabala. Okay, which means the compendious book on calculation by completion and balancing. So I was able to say what we're going to do today with inverse operations is we're going to keep the equation balanced as we're solving for x. And I told them that algebra, when translated into Latin, became algebra. And that is where we get the word algebra in terms of working with equations and solving for the unknown. So they seem to, on the ticket out the door, 85% of them remembered that he was the father of algebra. So I think they were interested in the story. Okay.